Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. We've got a little bit more Final Girl. It's been a while. Um, but yeah, I thought we'd get back to it, and we're back to the Final Girl Film Club. Last year, this is why number of videos went off. I was watching films. I aimed to watch 365 films last year. I got up to 408, which was really good, many of which were horror films. Um, I'm not watching as many this year, going for quality over quantity. Um, but one of the recent ones I watched was Hellraiser. Um, and so I thought I would bring Razorface to the table and let's play Hellraiser. So how are we going to do it? Well, it's pretty simple. We're gonna go with Razorface, and we're taking him to Creech Manor. Um, so yeah, it's a bit of a homage to the first Hellraiser. So we're gonna be in the old creepy house. Quick talk through. I'm just going straight into it. Quick talk through. Razorface is here. He's a bit of a beast. He's got 9 health. Um, he starts off fairly slow and low damage, but he does ramp up to pretty formidable, and it's quite a small track, so he gets up there fairly quickly. Um, I have got my starting cards. We're starting on 5 horror. We're going to be using today. Let me just show you the Creech Manor for those that haven't seen it. So it's quite an interesting little setup. We have rolled Dancing Queen, so we're here in the ballroom today. Starting the killer Razorface is in the garage. As you can see, the escapes are outside. We have items in the garage, the closet, and the attic. They're not quite on camera. Let's see if I can do that. No, I've not got it in a position where I've put them on foolishly. But what we have is the trash can lid is in the closet. We have a padlock in the attic, and we have a list of things in the garage with Mr. Razorface. I'm sure we'll pick up some things. Our final girl today, we are going with Christie. So Christie starts with 5 health. It's only 4 to unlock final Christie. We have heal. We have move up to a space, reduce horror by 2, or increase time by 2 for the rewards for rescuing people. And ultimate Christie. During the killer phase, draw 2 terror cards instead of the normal one. Choose one to resolve and shuffle the other back in the deck. So this is pretty good, providing we unlock her while there's still terror cards and a few terror cards. If not, we'll be going with the ultimate dice, which we've also got today. Aside from that, so Razorface, if you've not watched the other playthrough we've done, he has affliction cards. So you have to draw 3 of these, and these have to be achieved before you can reveal the final health token. So let's see which ones we're trying to get today. We have got a waste of good suffering, a most precious gift wasted. So the purge requirement for this one is we have to save 3 or more victims at the same time, and we can purge it. It does end our turn, and you can only do 1 of these per turn. The second one we've got is torturous embrace. So come, let us both taste your suffering. So the purge requirement here is Christie or Razorface has only 1 health remaining. We can discard an item of our choice. If we do, if you do not have one, end of turn. So basically, we have to be down to 1 health. If we discard an item, we can purge it. And finally, we have you call, I come. You cannot summon me and deny my gifts. Purge requirement is discard a random item card. And that will place Razorface in our space. So we know we need some items. these have to be dealt with, as I say, before you can win against Razorface. Last thing I think we have to do, it's been so long since I've played this game. I have been having a few requests for me to revisit, so thank you for that. The event today is Lights Out, our starting event. We have to roll one fewer dice when resolving an action that allows movement, but we can ignore it if we have the flashlight or the candle. So that's not ideal. But there we go. I'll try and remember that. One fewer dice for movement. Yeah, that could prove problematic. Right, so we have our starting cards. I'm going to keep it on this camera view, just so that people know we are using signature actions and we have got bribe. So may only be played if you have one item. We can discard a random item to ignore all damage. If we get 2 stars, we can also reduce the horror. Hopefully we play this right. If I don't, apologies. Please do point it out because I'm a bit rusty. But let's see what we can do. So I'm going to start off with a focus. Okay, we get 1.5. That's enough for costs 1 time to reduce the horror by 1. We are going to play another focus. We'll play our short rest and weak attack. Turn that into a success. And we will spend the time to reduce the horror by 1. We will then try to walk. We're only going to roll 1 because the lights are turned off. We get a success, which is move up to 1 space for a time. We're going to take those 2 lasses with us. And then we're going to roll another walk and hopefully get another success. We do! So we will move down. We will save 2 victims. Okay, so I'm going to use 1 to reduce the horror by 2. I'm going to use 1 to move a space. So they've all been used. I only have 2 time to spend. So I am going to buy myself a guard for 2. That's all I'll have in hand. That goes back up. Killer phase, killer action. Killer's going to target the closest, move, and attack. But he's only going to move 1 space at the moment. So he's going to move there and attack, but there's nobody there. So we shall draw a terror card. Right? What do we get first? Scarlet Hymn. It's going to target the closest, move, and attack 3 times. Ouch. He moves. And then he's going to attack once. Which is going to kill this person. I believe that's right. I think I've got the sequencing right. They attack the victims first, then us. That's 1. Kills 1. Second one will attack us. However, we'll try and guard. So we have 3 because we're in the green. We get 1 success, so we reduce damage by 2. It does 1 damage, so that does nothing. However, he then attacks again, which we have no defense on, so we're going to take a damage. Ouch. Okay. Panic phase. There's nobody in the space here. Upkeep. Well, that's it. It comes to the action phase. We have no action cards, so we can't do anything. We can get our free cards back. And we have 6 to spend. So why don't we do with finding a blinking candle or something? This is going to be a nightmare, isn't it? Don't know how we're going to save 3 or more victims at the same time either now. I think I needed to leave them out on the doorstep. That was foolish of me. I think we're just going to take a retaliate for 4 and a guard for 2. We're going to keep him close and see what we can do. Okay, so that comes to us. That's the end of our turn. We go back up to 6. He moves. He attacks us. So we'll retaliate. Fight back. Oh dear. So we'll use our short rest and weak attack to... Or will we? No, we're not going to bother. Because we need to get down to the bottom anyway. So that was unfortunate. Then we get a terror card. Ecstatic Torture. He's going to move towards the closest. Attack. That's us. So we shall guard. While he's only doing 1, we'll take it. We'll take another damage. And then we lose 2 time. Okay. So it comes to us. We're getting close. See, the idea is that we get to 1 health remaining. We're then supposed to discard an item card. But if we don't have one, we end our turn. But that's okay, because we just do that in the action phase, so we could do it as the last action, I'm sure. Right, let's see what we want to do here. It'd be really nice to walk and grab somebody and take them out, but we don't seem to be able to at the moment. Definitely don't think I'm going to get all 3. I'm going to try and focus. And we get a success, which reduces the horror for a time. I am going to stop there. I'm going to spend my weak attack to get a time. I'm going to buy a guard for 2 and a sprint for 2. I'll go back up to 6. So we've got a guard, walk, focus, short rest, guard, sprint. Okay, we're gearing up for this. We're gearing up for it. So he's going to move. He's going to attack us. That's okay. We'll take the 1 damage. And then now all we need to do is we can purge that next turn and get rid of our first one. Whilst we haven't got an item, yes, it'll end our turn, but I think we're okay. And then the terror card. Ooh, Minor Dark Power, the Pain of Salvation. If you don't have an affliction card when this card comes into play, discard it and draw the next terror card. We do have an affliction card. During the action phase, whenever you gain at least 1 time, you must either lose a health or gain a horror. Discard this card when an affliction is purged. That's quite different, isn't it? You can see that. Okay, so hopefully that'll go because we're hoping to purge next turn. Okay, we can live with that. So it comes to us. And let us walk. So 2 dice, because we're in the green, should be 3. Let's not fall and kill ourselves, please. Ooh, we get 1, so we can move 1 space for a time. We'll move to there. And then we will walk again. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. So we can either move 1 space and lose a health, although we've only got 1 health. Oh, we should be having an extra dice because we're on a what's it? Adrenaline. So this is from the first roll. Nope. The second roll, yes. So we get our success. So we can now move one space for a time. So we will go to there. So we have a sprint. Let's give it a sprint as well. So we should be rolling 4 dice, but we're going to roll 3. We get 1 success. We're going to spend a short rest and a focus to turn it into 2 successes, which means for 1 time we can move 3 spaces. So we're going to go 1, 2, and then for our 3rd space, we're going to climb down the ladder there. I'm hoping I've just spent... I lose track of whether or not I've spent my time. I'm hoping I did. I rescued 2. So I heal a health, which I... No! No! Blinky neck. Heal a health. And I get 2 time. Sucks to be me. Can you believe it? I've got 2 guards left, and I have got 5 time. I get to flip Christie. So now we can either take her ultimate ability, which is drawing 2 terror cards. I mean, there still are 6 or 7 left. So we are going to get a bit of use out of it. Or do we want to take an ultimate dice? I think we're going to take an ultimate dice. And I think we're going to take the foot. Let's just check we can. No, we're unable to take the foot. That's a 5 victim ultimate dice. So we're instead going to take the search. Are we? No, we're not going to bother. We'll just take our special ultimate ability. It's probably for the best. Okay, so then I've got 5 to spend. I think I will take a search for 2, a sprint for 2, and a close call for 1. It's back up to 6. I'll put away my everything back into the tableau. So we have guard, search, sprint, close call. He's going to move and attack. So he's going to target the closest. We're 2 away, and they're 3 away. So he's actually going to move towards us. Nice. And then terror, we get to draw 2 and choose 1 to resolve. So we can either have voices. I hear voices. Where all victims able to move up to the next floor do so. Yeah, that person will move up a floor. Or plus horror, plus move to victims and attack. Or the trees are alive. If you're in a window, all victims in window spaces are killed. That'll be 2. So no, let's shuffle that one back in and take the voices. Can't believe I messed up with my my purge there. I really didn't think. Such a muppet. Okay, so this one's going to go up a floor. They hearing voices. Then the horror's going to increase. Then it's going to target the closest victim, move and attack. So the closest victim is here. It's going to move, attack, but there's nobody there. Okay. So it comes to us. It's right, isn't it? Yep. Need to lose a health. So I'm going to sprint. It should be 3 down to 2. We fail. So this is pretty good. We can lose a health and 2 time. So we'll lose 2 time. And we'll lose a health. We don't get to move though. But that's good, because now we're on our final health. So we are going to go for Torturous Embrace. So you or Razorface has 1 health remaining. discard the item card, an item card of your choice. If you don't have one, end your turn. So we're going to do that, and we're going to end that affliction, which gets rid of. Look at this. We could have done it last turn. This is me being foolish. Look, during the action phase, whenever you gain 1 time, which we gained when we came out of the window for saving people, we could have lost a health. So we could have done it at the end of that turn. But I think I'm happy to just keep it as it is. So we'll discard that. We could have done it last turn, but such is life. That ends our turn. We've got 4 left. We get our freebies back. We get 2. I'll take a sprint and a search again and get back the free cards. Yeah, we've got enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we can't have 2 of them. We will leave a focus and a weak attack in the pile. So that messed up a little bit there, but I think it kind of balances out. I don't think it's too much of a problem. He's going to activate. We're the closest still, so he's going to come back towards us. Then we draw 2 terror cards. Okay, so we can either have Enticed by Ecstasy, discard all distraction and focus action cards in your hand, or those people die. I think I'm going to do that one. I don't want those girls dying just yet. We've not got long left. So, discard all distraction and focus. I do actually have a focus. Just one, though. So that gets discarded. And we advance the horror. We've been enticed by ecstasy. What's your pleasure, Mr. Cotton? You know the film. You know it. So, right. Comes back to us. I need to get by this clown. Okay. Let's try and walk. We should be 3 because we're on adrenaline. But we're down to 2. This really is risky, isn't it? I could stub my toe and die at any time. 1.5, which would allow us to move 1 space for a time. But I'm going to get rid of close call and a short rest. Turn that into 2. Which means we can move 2 spaces for a time. So we'll go 1, 2. Okay. Then we're going to sprint, which should be 3, but it's down to 2. We get 1.5, but 1's enough to move 2 spaces for a time. Go into the garage. Now we're going to search. It's 3. We get 2, so we can draw the top card and the one beneath it and choose. So the top card is I can roll a dice and immediately reveal all of the item cards in the garage, the closet, or the attic. Or I can take some mysterious pills, because why wouldn't you? They might make me hallucinate, but what hallucination could be worse than this? Discard during the action phase to either reduced horror or heal twice. So I'm going to put those on the bottom and take the map. And then immediately roll a dice. A 4. So we're immediately going to reveal all items in the closet and keeping them in their order. And that gets discarded. So the closet is here. Closet is there at the top of the stairs. And it's got the trash can lid, which allows you to ignore damage. Then we've got the candle, so we can actually walk around. And we can move victims. And we've got a rope ladder, which fixes this if it's broken. And finally, we've got a ritual dagger. Kill a victim in your space. Increase bloodlust as normal, but you can remove all minor dark powers or deal a damage to the killer. Okay. Candle is in there. The candle, and it is second, so we could get to that. I'm going to have another search here, though. I'm going to spend a walk and a guard to get one success. So I can take the top item card, and it costs me a time. First aid kit. Every time you use an action card to recover health, you can get an additional one. Okay, so all we've got left is a guard. We've got 3 time to spend. We'll take a sprint and a close call. We also get back a weak attack and a focus. That is us. Do with healing, I suppose. He's going to target the closest way. 1, 2, 3 away. 1, 2, 3, 4. So into there. He attacks. We draw 2 terror cards. We're going to get this window one again, aren't we? We're determined to fall out of the window. We have. The trees are alive. Oh, we've got another minor dark power, though. Whenever a victim is killed, increase horror. The pain of judgment can be discarded when an affliction is purged. So we could discard a random item, which would discard both of those. I'm going to take that. I'm going to just get rid of my first aid kit, I think. Maybe I should have done a short rest first, healed myself, and then got rid of it, but there you go. So the pain of judgment is out, so when a victim is killed, we have to increase horror. Okay, so it comes back to us. Let us focus. We're looking at 3. That's 2 for being in the white and 1 for the adrenaline. We get 1.5. I think we'll spend our weak attack and close call to turn it into 2. So we can decrease the horror and get 2 time. And then we'll sprint. It should be 4, but we'll roll 3. Or will we? No. We're going to just keep our sprint and our guard, because he's coming towards us, that's good. And then we are going to... Yeah, you didn't see that. It comes to our space when we discard it, and we've only got 1 health, which isn't good. And we've only got 1 guard. Right, I think we'll stop there. We'll take a retaliate for 4. We'll take a sprint for 2. And we'll take a search for 2. We'll take our 3 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we've got walk, short rest, focus, sprint, retaliate, sprint, guard, search. Didn't want him to come into my space just yet. So he's going to move. He's going to attack. We draw a terror card, but we draw 2. This has been quite good at keeping him in check. The trees are alive. All the doors, the windows and doors just slam shut. If you're inside, you may not move during the next action phase. So do we want to not be able to move? I suppose I could just stay here and search. Don't want those 2 to die. But let's just stay here and do that. 3 cards left. It's going to get really tough next. It's never got so far down and the killer be so not developed, if you know what I mean. Right, so we can't move next action phase and we have to draw an event. We've got lights out still. Ghost hunters. Replace the 3 closest victims to you with the special victims meeples. These will not follow you until one has been killed. Each time one is killed, increase bloodlust. Oof. So our ghost hunters, they're not going to follow us until one is killed. And when they are killed, we get extra bloodlust. Probably going to just fall out the window. We know it's coming. Right. Okay, so it comes to us. I've got no way to heal still because I'm foolish. Right, let's start with a search. So we are on 3, 4. Come on. Oh, all of the stars. So we get to choose 2. It's going to cost us 1 time. All right, so we've got the mysterious pills or a map. So we can discard it in the action phase, and then for each item deck, we can, if the top card is face down, we can turn it face up. If it's face up, you can discard it and turn the next one face up. Pretty rubbish. We'll take the pills. Now then, what we can do is short rest. Which gets 2 hearts, but because we've got the first aid kit, it becomes 3 hearts. Then we can have the pills. Should we have the pills? To go back up to very full, we can have the pills and we'll reduce the horror by another 1. Then we are going to discard a random item card. We've only got 1, so that gets discarded. We place Razorface in our space, and we have purged. And because we have purged, we get rid of the minor dark power. And we've got 5 left. That ends our... Oh no, it doesn't even end our turn, that one. Oh, that one doesn't end our turn. So... Well, we don't have any fighting, any hitting cards, unfortunately. So that is us. We've got 5 left. Oh, my dog's having a nightmare. I think we'll get rid of a focus to make it 6. We'll take a critical blow. So we have sprint, walk, sprint, retaliate, guard, critical blow, focus, weak attack. Not actually hurt him yet, but you know. We can do some damage, and then we've got to save 3 more victims at the same time. But if that's not possible, we have to draw a new affliction card, which is kind of what I'm hoping for now. So it goes to him. He's going to move. He's going to attack us. However, we're going to retaliate. We're only rolling 3 dice because we're no longer on adrenaline. We get 1.5. So I'm going to spend a weak attack and focus to turn it into 2, which means we ignore all damage and do 2 to him. Okay. And we draw 2 cards. Uh-oh. We'll take brutal... Well, there's 2 there. There's pleasure and pain, where he's going to attack us twice and recover 2 health. Or we're going to take... he's going to attack once if we take damage we get time. So we'll take the brutal reward. We know now there's only 2 left. One of them is going to move twice and attack twice, and the other one, these 2 are going to fall out the windows. So we know we have to try and get them away from the windows. So he's going to move, he's going to attack us. We'll spend our guard. We get 2 successes, which ignores all damage. Okay. It's coming to us. But because we didn't take any damage, we don't get any bonus time. But now we have sprint, walk, critical blow. So we might be able to get him out. Get them away from the windows. So we're going to sprint, which should be 3, reduced to 2. Okay, I'm going to spend the 2 walks to turn it into a success, which means that for 1 time we can move 2 spaces. And I'm going to sprint again. We have 1 success, so for a time we can move 2 spaces. I think we're going to ignore him. I'm pretty sure we're not allowed out of that window. Oh no, we can go out and go down the tire swing. We just can't go up it. Okay, so we can move 2. I'm going to ignore that one though and go higher. That's the one that he can go to. So all we've got left is a critical blow. And 4 time. So for our 4 time, we get focus and short rest back. So we can't move next go. These 2 are just going to fall out of the window, aren't they? So I'm going to take a distraction for 3. And a close call for 1. That is me. Right, so we're going in the next round. We've got close call, distraction, short rest, focus, critical blow. Okay. He's going to move 1. And we're going to get the 2 terror cards. Which one do we want? I think we'll take the pleasure in pain one. So he's going to move an attack and move an attack. So move an attack, move an attack, and he's going to recover 2 health. He's back up to full. We've got 1 left, and we know those 2 are going to fall out of the windows, which sucks a bit, doesn't it? We need to save 3 or more victims at the same time. It's not possible. So I think we're best off going and getting a weapon. But we have no movement here. There's nothing we can do to move. So why don't we... I think I'm just going to hold on to all this, because in a moment we're going to lose 4. We're going to lose lots. Bad things are going to happen. And I think the focus and the distraction are going to come in handy. So we're just going to spend our 6. And we're going to go for a retaliate. And a guard for 2. We've got 7 in hand. We can only take 3 of these. We'll take the 2 walks and take a weak attack. Right. So we know what's coming. He's going to move. He's going to attack us. We'll retaliate. We'll get 2, so we ignore all damage, and he takes 2. Then the trees are finally alive. All victims in window spaces are killed. If at least one is killed, increase the horror. So these 2 are going to die, which is going to... Let's do that first. Increase the bloodlust for 1, which increases the horror. Then it's going to increase the bloodlust again for the second one. Because at least one was killed, we're increasing the horror again. And we get an extra bloodlust for each of those two that was killed. So that goes up once. We reveal the minor dark power, which is Hellport. At the beginning of the killer phase, place Razorface in the space with the victim farthest from me. Ignore the effect if there are no victims on the board. Okay, so he can heliport now. And then he gets another one, doesn't he? So he's moving 2, doing 2 damage. And then we draw an event card. That escalated very quickly, didn't it? Next event. Pushed to the edge. They looked at me solemnly without speaking, walked to the window and jumped. Roll a die for each victim in a window space. On a 1 to 4, they jump. Well, that's not happening because they've all just been pulled out of the window by a bloody tree. Right, so it comes to us then, doesn't it? Don't think we're going to save those 3 in one go. We can do a bit of damage to him, hopefully, though. Why don't we hit him with a critical blow? Oh no, why don't we do a distraction first? So we're only on 2 dice. Come on. Oh, it's a fail. So we can either decrease horror for 4 times or increase horror for 2 times. Let's decrease it. Okay. Not ideal. Now let's critical blow him. Come on. Yes, 2. So he takes 3 and we reduce the horror. Nice. Then we can walk. Should be rolling 3, but we're going to roll 2. We get 1. So we can move 1 space for a time. Now we know he's going to teleport to that space. So if I walk, if I get 2 successes, I can come and bring one of them out of the space. Okay, let's give it a go. 1. I'm going to spend my focus and close call to turn it into 2. So I can move 2 spaces for a time. I'm going to go up, grab one of them and bring them back. So we've got a weak attack, a guard, and a short rest. No time. Okay, so I'm going to end there. I'm going to cash in those 2 to get 2. And I'm going to pull a sprint for 2. And I'm going to get my focus back. Right, we've not got much left. We've got a sprint, a guard, and a focus. Oh, we were supposed to reveal his epic power, weren't we? Apologies. Reveal the finale. This should have been at the end of his last turn. Taste our pleasures. Roll a die to determine the number of attacks. So he's going to move twice, and then the number of attacks is going to be random. Crikey. It's pretty brutal. So, taste our pleasures. Right. Let's see how it ends. The finale. So it comes to him. He is going to, at the beginning of the killer phase, place him in the space with the victim farthest from you. So that's that one. We know he's going to teleport onto me next turn, which is the stinker. I have to roll maximum for my sprint to get them out. So he teleports to there. And then he is going to move, attack. But it doesn't matter how many times he attacks. He's going to kill that one. Which increases the bloodlust. Which increases the horror. At which point I can't do that purge requirement anymore. I can't save 3 or more victims, so that one comes out, and we draw a new one. we have Explorers of the Flesh. Purge requirement. When I attack Razorface, choose a victim in my space or an adjacent space to take the damage instead. Okay. If I get to attack him, I will. Unfortunately, I don't have an attack. Okay, so he could just kill me here, couldn't he? I think I need to... because he's going to teleport away. I was going to go into his space so that he didn't get them, so I could then attack next turn, because I don't have an attack this turn. I'm going to try and sprint. I know this is going to stop me from being able to do this if I'm successful, but I might not take them. I get one success, so I can move 2 spaces for a time. I'm going to get that. I'm going to take the Ghost Hunter person. 1, 2. Got guard and focus left, and 5 time. I will going to get a retaliate, not close call. And my free cards, which is walk, focus, walk, short, rest, and weak attack. So he teleports. That's everything, isn't it? Yeah. I go a bit fast sometimes and miss bits. So he's going to teleport there. Then he's going to move twice. Then he's going to attack a random number of times, but it doesn't matter because he can only kill her once. Which will go up to there. And we get another event card. Clingy victims. I must have at least one victim follow me if I'm able. Okay. Well, she's not going to be around for long. Oh, I don't have an attack. Oh, I do. I have a weak attack. With a walk. So, because the lights are still out, I only get 2. I'm going to spend short rest and focus. Short rest and close call. Turn that into a success, so we can move 1 space for a time. And I need to be able to walk again and then attack him. And then survive him attacking me. So the walk. Oh, I've used my close call. So I'm going to have to move 1 space, take a damage, and lose 2 time. Right, now a weak attack, and I have to choose... When I attack Razorface, choose a victim in my space to take the damage instead. So I'm going to choose her to take the damage instead. One. So it does 1 damage to her. Kills her. Which puts that up, which increases the horror. So... When I attack Razorface, choose a victim in my space or an adjacent space to take the damage instead, which she did. She died. Then the purge effect is another horror, but it's done. Everything's getting pretty horrific, and it does a damage to me. Did I take the damage off me? I think I did. Okay, so I'm gonna... So I've got 2 focuses, a retaliate and a guard. 3. I think I'm gonna take another guard. It's going to do 4 damage to me with each attack. Okay, I'm going to take another guard and a close call. So the only thing left out of these is now lights out again. Right, so we have close call, guard, focus, retaliate, and guard. It's his turn. He's going to move twice, and he's going to attack a random number of times. 5. He's going to attack 1 time. It's okay. Because we can retaliate. We get 1. So we reduce damage from the attack by 2. So it does 2 to us. And we do 1 damage back. It's not good though. Don't think we're going to survive another turn. Got no way to attack him. Just have to get lucky and him only attack us once. Right. So we've got 6 time. Let's try and focus. Get 2, so go up to 8 and we reduce the horror. And focus again. We get 1, so we can reduce the horror for a time. Oh, we were on adrenaline. We should have been rolling an extra dice. Yep, so we get 2 more time rather than reduce. That's good. So we've got 2 guards and a close call. And we've got 10 to spend. Unfortunately, if he attacks us 3 times, we're goners. So we've got 10 to spend. Let's go critical blow for 6. Close call for 1. That leaves us with 3. Let's go with an improvise for 3. We have to survive this. If we survive this, we've got a chance. We have, oh, and we get a weak attack, a walk, a short rest back as well. But unfortunately, we've got no retaliate. So here it comes, the finale. Hopefully this is recording because it's quite epic. Right, he is going to move. And how many times is he going to attack? Oh, 2. He's going to attack twice. Okay, we could potentially live here. So for the first one, we're going to guard. Now, we are on green for 3. Plus 1 for adrenaline. So we're on 4. We need 2 stars. We get our 2, so we ignore all damage. Okay, so he's going to attack again. If we try again, we get 2. We ignore all damage. Oh, we've got an attack. We can possibly do this. It's all down to this. So, it's our action. We could... We've got a weak attack, a walk, a short rest, and an improvise, 2 close calls, and a critical blow. So critical blow could do it. We can't survive. So should we just critical blow, or should we improvise first? The improvise, if we get 2 successes, all 3s and 4s are successes as well. But if we fail, let's give it a go. We've got 4 dice to try with. Oof, we get 1. For the next horror roll, all 3s and 4s are successes. So let's go with a critical blow. With all 3s and 4s being successes, we get 3 dice for the level, plus 1 for adrenaline. 3s and 4s. Oh no! So that is 2. Let's switch it to a star so we remember. Which would reduce the horror and do 2 damage but end our go. Let's close call it and spend 2 time to re-roll both. Oh no, it's all dice. We'll just re-roll 1 of the dice by playing it. That's another success. So... Oh no, we only needed 2. We already had 2. Oh, we don't need to spend that. I'm numpty. So 2 does 3 damage and reduces the horror. So 1, 2. Has Razorface got anything left in him? He doesn't! Get that, Razorface! Get that! It was epic! Whew, those last 2 guards were clutch. But we did it. I think we played it right. He did get right the way up to the top. But I think we're alright with that. I think that worked. Whew, it's the first time I've played in ages. It really got me going there at the end. It was good. So yeah, ooh, I hope you enjoyed that. That is the first final girl I've played for what seems like ages. It's definitely the first one on camera for 6 months or more. So I hope you like that. I hope I played it right. It's my homage to Hellraiser, and Christie managed to defeat Razorface. I think keeping him occupied down there at the bottom. So we got through the terror cards without him advancing was quite good. And I was quite impressed with her final ability. So I hope you like that. I hope the sound was okay on this one. We've had a bit of a problem. The microphone needed recalibrating and it was making popping noises, I think, on my last video. So hopefully it's worked okay. If you've got that this far, let us know if there's any Final Girl Film Club sort of combos that you'd like to see. And if you've got any horror films that you recommend me watch for my list for this year, let me know. And I'll put a link to my Letterboxd in the description of the video in case you want to follow along with what we're watching and share some of what you're watching. Anyway, thank you very much. Appreciate you sticking it out this long. Have fun.